And we are back. So this is so yesterday we had some technical difficulty. So I messed up the Git and like I lost the progress, but I was able to restore it. So we have all of this. And so yeah, so if you don't remember, so yesterday what happened? This one was the no this one. So this one was the biggest one where we had to do rotation, and we implemented the test matrix where it is test matrix test submatrix. And so this is like copy submatrix, but we're testing if all of the pixels match a condition. And so in this case, we matched the two red pixels and we tried to see if the yellow line was at the same place. So now, today, we are going to go to the next one. So this is the one we stopped. And so I've been I've had the time to like think about how we're going to solve it. So the puzzle is there's some colors that are like in many places, so like dots. So you have like three dots like this, and then we have like one full thing. And so in this case, like this is the full thing. And so the idea is we want to find like which one is the actual dot that has all of them. And so what I was thinking was that we're going to test for the dots. And so we're going to test like if there's something at this corner, sorry, either this corner or this corner, and then to make sure like there's all of those corners, and if yes, then we know like this is the one with the right one. And if that's the case, then we can take this one and copy this entire thing over there. So this is going to be the challenge, so let's get started. And so let's create a new one. And I need to start a timer. And so this is like number 80. So this is pretty exciting because like we are at like the number 18. And yeah, so let me put the live stream. So like we are like, yeah, we've made a lot of progress so far. So now I created a new one, so I can go there. And so now I can like actually copy the matrix. So const. So is the background, let me get back this in the right order. Okay. Interesting. So, okay. So the top left, yeah, I'm trying to figure out, so in practice, they're not all the same size, I didn't think. But we can get the size by looking at the size of the first shape. So extract shapes of the inputs. Shapes. And so now what we can do is const square size equal shapes 0 dot width. So the 0, 1 is always going to be the right one. So now we can check if it's a square, if the width is equal to the width of the square. So this should be good. So now we can start. Okay. Interesting. Okay, now I have an idea. So in practice, what we want is to check like, so it's going to be harder to check if it's the one. Like for example, this one has like the left and the right. But what we can know a lot easier is like if this one. So if it doesn't have this and this, then we know it's actually so if it doesn't have any one in the corners, then we know it's a dot, and then we can search for the color. Yeah, let me do that. So now, okay, so this is the square size. So so now we're going to do shapes dot for each shape. So if shape dot width is not equal to square size, then we return. So it's not a shape that we want, and so it's going to be like all of those lines, like those big lines. So if shape.color equals 0, so it's black, so we return as well. And so now we want everything black. And so now what we want is to get color. And so get color, yep. So it's going to not throw. So if get color of the input, what does the get color? And the get color, it takes the x and y. So actually let me change this to x and y. X and y, x and y, y and x. Okay. So now the x. Okay. So we want this one. So it's going to be minus 1, minus 1. So shape dot x minus 1, shape dot y minus 1. So if it's not, and so in this case, either 0 or null is going to be falsy, so it's good. And so now 1, so we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we want 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. So now we need to do all of the variations. So like this is going to be all of the minus ones. It's going to be all of the middle ones. And yeah. So now minus 1, 0 and plus 1. This one is going to be so this one is going to be 0, and this is going to be minus 1 and plus 1, and this one is going to be the plus 1s, and this one is going to be minus 1, 0, and plus 1. Okay. So now maybe we can actually do filter false, and const dots equals, so this is the dots. Okay. And so, okay, so if they're all black, we return true. And if not, we return false. Okay, so now we should have all of the dots. So now we should have all of the dots. So now we can do dots. And so now we have the dots. Now we need to find like the actual template. So the template is going to be one of the dots, one of the shape with the same color as the dots, but which is not a dot. Okay, so const template equals shapes dot find, and so shape, and so we want s dot width, so like yeah, equals square size, and s dot color equals dot 0 dot color, and we don't want and not dots dot find ss equals s. Okay, so now let me remove my emails. Okay, so now we have the template, and so now we do dot for each dot, and so now this is when we actually copy and paste. So now in this case it's going to be copy submatrix, so the input, the output. So now x0 is going to be, no, x1. So x1, so this is from the input. So from the input, so we have this one. So now into this one, minus square size minus 1. So it's going to be template.x minus square size minus 1. And so y1 is going to be the same but with a y. Now width is going to be square size multiplied by 3 plus 2. So 3 square size plus those 2 lines. So height is going to be the same, multiplied by 3 plus 2. And x2 is going to be same dot.x minus square size minus 1. And y2 is going to be this. And do I need anything for submatrix? Nope, that should be good. And so now it should be working. So why I didn't find extract shapes? Okay, so now 80. Let's do it. And get color. Pudlardo. What I'm doing is so there's a game, like an AI game called the ARC-AGI, and so this is like a competition to try to figure out how AI can actually solve real problems. And there's actually a $1 million prize if you're able to get this. I forgot what it is, but in practice, what's happening is there's a bunch of like puzzles like this, and if you're able to solve all of them using an AI, then you win the money. And so there's 800, so there's 400 easy and 400 hard. So there are 800 puzzles that are like public, and then there's 100 that are private. And if you're able to like pass, I think it's 80%. Yep, ARC price. So if you pass 85% of the private ones, then you win $1 million or something. So yeah. Anyway, and so what I'm doing is I don't care about the AI. I'm just like working on like solving all of them manually. So now let's go back to the code. So now, yep. So the issue here is like it didn't import get color, and I've had a lot of issues with the automatic imports. Okay, so now it imported it. Now it's fading. So okay. So now the issue is oh, this is not shape plus. Yeah. Okay, so this is not this is -1, but the +1 is shape plus width plus actually 2. Is it like this? So here we want shape plus width plus 1. Yeah, but let's do a square size plus 2. Plus 2, plus 1? No, plus 1. So every time I have a +1, I need to +1, +1, apps, +1, and +1. Okay. So square +1, square +1. So the issue here is if I consult log dots, yep, they're empty. So the issue is that they're empty. So something is, and this is the only way it returns true. So this is not working. So one of them is returning, so one of them is returning true. Shape plus y. Yep, shape plus y. Yep, it's going to be this. So now I'm like, I have the algorithm, and now like this is like the debugging phase, which is like a bit annoying, but like this is like, let's do it. So what I can do is I can console.log and see console.log, and I can do this. And now I want to remove all of this and then put this. Okay, so for the first one, oh, okay, so this is the one. So it should be 0, 0, 0. Yeah, it should be. So 8. What is 8? So the color 8. Oh, okay. So the color 8 is blue. So I'm messing around. So whenever I see 8, this is not correct. Should never. So the first one is not correct. So shape. Let me. Okay. So the first one is x is 0, y equal to 5. So 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one. And so now the first one is null. So the first one is null, so that makes sense. Then second one is null, third one is null. So next 8. So input shape.x. So x is this one. And then shape.y minus 1. So yeah, this is not working. So we're saying this one. So it should be minus 1, minus 2. Oh, so all of the minus 1 should be minus 2. Okay. So now. Okay, so now this one there's no 8. That's good. This one there's no 8. This one. Okay. So this one is all zeros. So this one should pass. Oh. I only changed on the console.log. Okay. That's not very useful. My bad. Okay, so now it's passing. Okay. So now I can remove console.log. I can remove this. Yeah. Is there another console.log somewhere? Yeah. Perfect. So now got it. Perfect. So 60 minutes. Yeah, it's pretty long, but we got it. So next one. Okay, so this one. Okay, so this one we need to find all of the shapes and like fill them and copy them. Okay, that should be easy enough. Okay, let's go. Speedrun. Okay, so now we copy the input. Const shapes equal extract shapes of the input. So now what we want is shapes dot filter shape s dot color is not 0, not for each shape, And so now what we want is draw rectangle, no, 81. So draw, oops, rectangle, and so now we want the output x shape.x, y shape.y, width shape.width, height shape.height. Okay, perfect. And so the color we want to draw is this dark blue. So this is 1. Okay. So now we are basically going to fill this, like all of those rectangles in blue, and now we need to copy the shape. And so now we copy submatrix, so the input to the output, and so now we're going to do again x1 shape.x and x2 shape.x, and then all of the y's, y. So width shape.width, height shape.height, and then the last thing we want to do is override black is false. And now this should be working. Yep, 81 is passing. Boom, go next. Okay, so this one. Okay, so for each pixel we want to draw this pattern. And the size, yeah, it's always 6. Okay, so let's do it. Create new test. So we're going to copy the matrix, and so we're going to do const shapes equals extract shapes of the inputs, shapes that for each, and so we want to filter s dot color is not 0, and actually dot for each. And so for each dot, and we don't need the shapes. Okay, and so for each dot, what we want is to paint all of those things. So, okay. So is there like a fancy way of doing this? Yeah, I mean, let's do the non-fancy way. So .y .x equals .color. And so now we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So now so this one is going to be y plus 1, and this is going to be minus 1 and plus 1. Okay, minus 1 and plus 1, and then it's going to be y plus 3 and y plus 5. Okay, so those are like going to be plus 3, and this is going to be plus 5. Okay, so now we have this one, this one, this one, so now we need those ones. So now this is going to be plus 0, plus 2, and this one is going to be plus 4. And now this should pass. Let me double check. Yep, this is passing. Boom, let's go next. Okay, now we like this is, I love this, like this is really speed running. Okay, so in this case, so what we're doing is we're taking this, then we are flipping it once, we are flipping it like we are twice, and we are flipping it 3 times, and then we paste this. Okay. Yeah, this looks good, like when you have like these kind of things. Yeah, but this is just flips, so now we actually have a way to flip a matrix, so this one should be easy. Okay, so now we are going to const width equals get width of the inputs, const height equals get height of the inputs, and so now the width is going to be width multiplied by 2 and height multiplied by 2. Okay, And so now we need to do 4 copy submatrix. Okay, so let matrix equal flip. Okay, so I need flip horizontally first. So is it 83? 83, flip horizontally of the input. So now we want the input to be the matrix, the output to be the output, width to be the width, height to be the height, x1 to be 0, y1 to be 0. So now x2. So this is where we are painting it. So it's going to be width, and y2 is going to be 0. Okay. So now we're going to copy the matrix flipped. And so now we're going to flip it vertically. Flip matrix vertically. Flip matrix vertically. And so we overwrite the matrix. And so now all of this is good. And so now this is width and height. So we put on the bottom right. And now we reflip it horizontally. Flip matrix horizontally. And so now it's going to be 0 and the height. And now this should be working. And it's not working. So what did I do wrong? Oh, I didn't, yeah. I also need to copy the initial matrix. So now let matrix equals input, and this is matrix and matrix. Okay, and so the input is going to be 0. Okay, and so now boom, yep, it passes. Now next 3 minutes. Yeah, I think for those ones I'm able to go like pretty quickly. Okay, so I need to draw a line here and a diagonal, and so I have a draw line thing, so it should work. But the question is the colors. Oh, it's always this one is always red and this one is always yellow. Okay, so this one should be pretty easy as well. And this is where like it gets interesting is I'm starting to have like a bunch of different helper methods, and so whenever I can reuse one of them, now it like makes it a lot faster. So here I do need to draw lines, so I need to open draw line. Okay, so now draw line. So the output, so const width equals get width of the inputs, and const height equals get height of the inputs. Okay, so now the x1 is equals to 1, and y1 is equals to height minus 1, x2 is equals to 0, and y2 is equals to width minus 1. So we want also height minus 2 actually, and width minus 1, and so this one the color is red, which is I think 2. Yep, red is 2. Okay, and so this is the red line. I probably messed up some numbers, but that's fine. And then the yellow line, it starts at 1 and it ends, oops, so y2, no, actually x2 is this and y2 is 0. Okay, so now x2 is also width minus 1, but y2 is height minus 2. No, actually, this starts at 8 minus 1 and it finishes at 8 minus 1. And the color is yellow, the color is 4, number 4. And so now does it work? Oh my god, it works first try. Boom, 2 minutes, let's go, next. Okay. So it seems like we have to draw holes into this. Okay. That should be pretty easy. Okay, so next, we are on fire this stream, and it's only like 26, so yeah. I'm pretty sure like we're going to like find one. We're going to get stuck on a lot of time, but hey, I'll take all of those easy ones. Okay, so now we have the matrix. So now we do extract shapes dot the input dot filter shape dot color is not equals to 0 dot for each shape. Okay, so now we have the shape, and so now we need to draw holes. So for let I equal shape dot x plus 1, I shape dot x plus shape dot width, and I plus equals 2. So we are moving by 2 every time. And then what we want is the output of shape dot y plus 1 I equals 0. And yeah, that should work. So 85, it's working. So easy. Okay, let's go next. Oh, 1 minute 36. Okay, now we are like cruising. Okay, so this one, okay, so this one we need to invert the colors here. And then we need to copy okay, so we need to first invert the color, and then we need to copy something like this. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to extract shape using extract shape any color to find this, and if it's 3, then I'm going to like just recreate this shape, and if it's 4 by 4, so if it's 3 by 3, do this shape, it's 4 by 4 like this shape. That's probably like some better way, but I think I can do this pretty quickly. And my goal with this is not to be an AI, is like to pass the test. So okay, so we're going to copy the matrix. So extract shapes, any color shapes. Okay, so extract any color shapes of the input dot for each dot filter s dot color is not equal to 0 dot for each shape. Okay, so if shape dot width equals 3, okay, so if it's equals 3, so this is this one. So now what I need to paint is all of those lines. Okay, so what I can do is I can start painting the whole thing let me see what's the fastest way. I can paint the whole thing purple. No, actually, I can paint the whole thing yellow. Then I can paint this in purple, and I can put this, and this, and this. Okay. So now what I want is to like first paint all of this yellow. So draw rectangle. Do I have draw square? Yeah, I have draw square. Draw square. So I'm going to do draw square. Okay, so the output. So x is going to be shape.x minus 1. Y is going to be shape.y minus 1. Size is going to be shape.width plus 2. And then color is going to be shape. So it's going to be the input of shape.y, shape.x. So I want to paint everything yellow. Okay, so now I have all of this yellow. So now I need to do the inside square. So now I need to do the inside square, and I need to make it purple. So now the color is actually going to be the purple, so it's going to be +1, +1. Okay, so now let me see what I have. T1. So now I have this. Okay, this is what I wanted. So now I need to paint the middle yellow, and then I need to black all of them, all of the edges. Okay. So now what I want is, so I want the output of this to be equals to the input of this. Okay. So now I have the dots, perfect. And so now I want the output of shape.y minus 2 shape.x minus 2 equals 0. And so now this is minus 2 plus 2, and so plus so plus minus plus. Okay, no wait, no, so this is minus plus minus plus. Okay, so now I didn't black out the right ones. Oh, -1. Okay, so this is when minus is -1, and then the +2 is plus shape dot width plus 1. Nope. +2. Yeah, it's not how I should. Okay. So shape -1. So y -1, and then so this is the shape. So x just plus width. Not +2, not +1, plus width. Okay. Now this is working. So now the 3 are working. So now I want test 2. Now I need to do the same thing here for the width for number 4. By the way, if you have ideas around is there do you have a better strat for this? Let me know. I would love to hear. Okay, so now if it's 4, so what we need to do is to start drawing. Okay, so what I wanted to draw everything here, and then I can draw this, and then draw this, and then draw squares here. Okay, so actually let me just not copy paste, but this. Okay, so now we start here. So we want -2, okay, so we want to go by 2, and then this is going by 4 because 2 on each side. And so now the color is the this color. So now this is all of this. Perfect. So now I want to draw this one here. So now I want to draw this one here. So now, okay, so this is good. And so now this is at the same location and same width. And now this one is +1. So this is the inside one. So now we have this. Perfect. And so now I need to do one more. So like this. And so now I need to do +1, +1. And so because I do 1, I need to do -2. Okay, so now I have all of this. So now I just need to black out the squares. So now I need -2, -2, and the width is going to be 2. And so now the color is going to be black. So now it's going to black out the top left. Yep. So now I need to do the same for the top right, so this is going to be shape.width. And no, not like this. So now we have the top right. So now we need to bottom left. So bottom left. So it's going to be plus shape.height, and this one is going to be -2. Yep, this one, and then like we need to do the last one, and we are done with this exercise, with this puzzle. Plus shape.width. Boom, 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 it's working now. Okay, it took 10 minutes. Yeah, I probably need some like better like utils, but this was like fast enough. Okay. So this looks like we are flipping this one. Oh no, we are rotating it twice. Yeah, looks like we are rotating it twice. So I have a new, I have like the rotate matrix that I can use. So copy matrix, sure, whatever. So now we want const matrix equals, I need to import it. So now I want to rotate matrix 90 of rotate matrix 90 of the matrix return. Actually, we can just return this. So I think that's going inputs. I think that's going to work. Is it 87? Oh my god, this worked. 1 minute 18. I think it's a new record. Okay, that was fun. Okay. Okay, so I need to find. Okay, so I need to find 4 dots. And then once I have the 4 dots, I need to extract what's inside. Okay, like, I need to find the 4 dots. And I need to find the min x, and the min y, and max x and max y. Okay. This is not going to be 1 minute, but should be pretty easy. And and we need to change the color of this when we copy the image. Okay, so let's do this. So actually we don't use any of them right now. Okay, so extract shapes of the input. Shapes equals this. So what I need is I need to find dots. So I need dots. Filter. So s.color is not 0 and s.length equals 1. So we have dots. So now what I need to do is to find the right colored dot. And the good thing is like the right colored dot is always going to be the first one. So const color equals dot 0 dot color. And so the reason is I'm sorting all of the pixels. So the first one is always going to be the ones. And so const colored dots equals dot filter s dot color equals color. Okay. So now I have the colored dots. So now let min x equals 0, let max x equals 0, let min y equals 0, let max y equals 0. So I need to not actually okay, so ruthless, you are banned. Bye. Okay, so now what I need to do, so this is not 0, so minus infinity. So we start no, so we start with the, so we start with infinity, minus infinity, infinity, and minus infinity. Okay. And so now colored dots dot for each dot, and so min x equals dot, and so math dot min min x. Okay. X. Okay. And so now we need to do y and y, and now we need to do same, but instead of min we do max. Okay. And so now what we do is we so const width equals, so it's going to be max x minus min x, or maybe a +1 in there. Const height equals max y minus min y. And so now const output equals build matrix with height. Okay, and so now I need to copy submatrix. So I want the input. X, one of the inputs is going to be min x, y1 min y, and so width is going to be the width, height is going to be the height, and so we want the output. And now in the position is going to be 0, y2 0. Y is not happy with, yeah. And then color, we want to do the color, so we can override the color if we want, and that should work, maybe. T1. Okay. So off by 1, so plus, so -1. Okay. So now we have the right size, but we need the x is +1, yeah, because we don't want the dots. And this works, and this works. Nice. Okay, 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. We're able to get it pretty quickly. Okay, so now this one. So now, why are we rolling it? Okay, so this one I understand we are just copying the shapes. So this one we are just copying the, no, this one we're flipping it. Oh, I think this is okay. So I think the green one we're just copying it. Okay, so I think the green one we're just copying it, but the red one we are flipping it. Yep. Red one we're flipping, green we are copying. Yeah, we're flipping horizontally. Okay. So now, okay, let's do this. Okay, so I think this is going to be the last one, but we'll see if we can actually do it. Okay, so const colored shapes equal extract any color shapes from the inputs, and const dots equals extract shapes input dot filter s dot color is not 0 and s dot length equals 1. Okay, so we have, okay, so we have all of the dots and all of the shapes. Okay. So, and so dot filter s dot color is not 0 and s dot length is more than 1. Okay, so we have all of the colored shape and all of the dots. So now colored. Okay, so for the colored shape, we want to see if it's a red one or a green one. So colored shape dot for each. And so now, yeah, I think we're going to start from the colored shapes, and then we're going to find the dots that are the same color. Okay, so colored shape. Okay, so const matrix equals shape to matrix. Okay, shape to matrix, and so now we're going to extract the dots from within. So shape to matrix, color shape. So the input is this. Okay. So now I have the matrix. So now I'm going to extract shapes. So const colored dot equals extract shape of the matrix dot filter dot find so s dot color equals 1, so we want green or red, so 2 or 3 equals 2, or s dot color equals 3. So okay, so now we have the dots. Okay, so we have the matrix, we have the dots. So if colored dot color, so if it's equal to 3, so no, it's equal to red. If it's equal to 2, then we need to flip it. So matrix equal flip matrix horizontally of the matrix. So let's, and then we need to recompute the dots. Okay. Okay, so now we have the matrix, we have the dots. Okay, so now we need to do dots dot for each. Okay. Yeah, so I want to check if it's not the same one, but because I flipped it, is inside matrix, is pixel in shape. Okay, I have in pixel in shape. Okay, dot what for each, so for each dot. So if dot color equals to colored dot color, so if it's not equal, then we can bail. Okay. And so now if it's the same, now we do the copy submatrix. So x0 is colored 0, color dot x. Y0 is colored y. So this is the dot, the shape, the place of the dot inside. And so now, and so, oh yeah, so if dot is pixel in shape, so if there is some workout, so is pixel in shape, so the pixel is dot inside of colored shape, then we return. We don't want this. Okay, so now, okay, so x1, so this is from the input, so this is 0, y1, this is 0. So width is colored shape dot width, height is colored shape dot height, and so y1 is dot x. So sorry, x2, and y2 is dot dot y. And we don't need to do anything with the color, so the input is the matrix and the output is the output. Okay, so now it should be working. Woo, it works. Okay, let me double check. Okay, well, I thought it was going to take longer, but 7 minutes, pretty good. So next one. Okay, and by the way, if you have any questions or anything, or you're interested in this, like feel free to comment either on Twitch or it's going to be on YouTube as well. And I read all of the questions and I try to respond to all of them. Cool. So now what do we have? Okay, so I think we need to find rectangles in there. And we need to find the biggest rectangle. So where will it be? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it should be at least 2. Okay, so yeah, so this is the biggest rectangle. So this one is probably going to be this one. Okay, so I mean we can brute force it. Yeah, I think I'm just going to brute force it. So I'm going to try like all of the possible rectangles. And then see if they're all black. Yep, okay. So, yep, that's going to be brute forcing time. Okay, so now we want to copy the matrix. So we want to copy the matrix. And so now we need to try all of the rectangles. So we need to start with all of the pixels. So for let I equal 0 I, so const width equals get width of the inputs, and same for const height equal get height of the inputs. Okay, so width plus I. So now we're going to try. Okay, so j. Okay, so now we have all. So we're iterating over all of the pixels, and so now we need to iterate over all of the rectangles. And so up. So x width and y height. And so we're going to start at y and j, and we're going to do it in the end. So let max surface equals 0. Okay, and so now let surface so let's okay, so we need to let count no, actually I can count after. Let is good. So we are going to do is good equal to true. So, and so this is a rectangle loop. So if input of y.x is not equal to 0, then we're going to so is good equal false, and we're going to break off the rectangle loop. Okay, and so now this is the rectangle loop. So if is good, okay, so if is good, and we have okay, so we need to have like to make sure like the okay. So let rectangle width. Okay, so if is good, so if it's good, okay. So rectangle width is equal to so it's going to be width minus I. Let rectangle height equals height minus j. Okay, there may be a +1 there. So if both of them are more than 1, and so if the surface is more than max surface, then max surface is equal to the new surface, and max x equals a, max y equals j, oops, max width equals rectangle width, and max height equals rectangle height. And so I need to take all of this and let's bye. Okay, so I have all of this. So now max height? Yes, max height. Why is this not used? Yeah, sure, whatever. Is max width used? Okay, that's cool. Okay, so now I have the max width and max height, and so now I need to paint it in pink. So now I need to draw a rectangle. So I have 2 minutes. I'm really hoping it's going to work out. So output, so x equals max x, y equals max y, width equals max width, height equals max height, and I forgot the color. Color equals to 6. And yeah, it's not going to work. Nope. Okay, T1. So output. So do I find, okay, so I need to 90 console.log is good. So did I find any good first? T1. Okay. False, 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 true, true. Oh, okay. There's some good. So console.log rectangle height 3 1. Okay, +1. Okay, so 4-2 is the first one. 4-2, yeah, it's 4-2. Okay, so this is good. So x equals I. Okay, so let me console.log max x, max y, max width, max height. So x equals 27, y 27. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it cannot be 27. What is going on? Okay, I need to run. I'm sorry, but yeah, like we've made a lot of progress. Like this one, we did like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo, 20, 10 and like almost 11. So I think, yeah, this is a new record. So thanks everybody for watching, and see you tomorrow for the next stream.